Hey guys, I'm gonna go over why I love street photography so much. One of the main things I love about street photography is that it is a challenge to take photos every time you go out. The challenge has to do with being on your feet mentally and literally at all times. There's always something new, there's always something that's happening in the scene. You always have to look out for the perfect moment, or if you're documenting something, you have to look out for the perfect moment to document. I've always been a big fan of Ansel Adams, and I've wanted to do landscape photography for a very long time, but I didn't have the means to travel to places where I could shoot landscape photography. The next best thing was shooting in the city, which is what I did, and I found some YouTubers like King Japes. I found out what street photography was. I realized that shooting in the streets, shooting in public places is called street photography, and I learned more about the subject, I learned more about it. And that's one of the main reasons I went from wanting to do landscape photography to doing street photography, because it was close to home, versus landscape I have to go out and go travel to places, go to places where there is beautiful landscape. Now that I've been doing street photography for a while, I am thinking about transitioning back to landscape photography. Now that I have the financial means, I want to do that more often now. Back to why I love street photography. Landscape photography can be pretty repetitive. The same people can take pictures of the same thing over and over again, whereas street photography, there's always something new. There's always new different situations and moments where you can take a photograph and nobody will be able to replicate that photograph like exactly, but I mean they can replicate it sort of similar to it, but and usually street photography is pretty candid. So when it's candid, it happens, you can't really stage it to the exact same moment you took it already as. I can't speak English right now. Again, there's new and exciting moments every time you go out to shoot in street photography. You also don't need the best of the best gear to do street photography. You can do it with a phone, like I said before. You can take street photos with any camera you have. Film, digital, color, black and white. This has more to do with film, but the adrenaline of getting your photos back is just amazing. Just the wait for it to be good, really good, or really bad. I guess you wouldn't get an adrenaline rush for being bad, but it's exciting when you see really good photos that you took after the day is over or after you develop your film. Another great plus to street photography is getting some exercise. You get to walk around the city, you get to look at things from a different perspective, and you get some exercise. So that's another plus. And some forms of street photography, you get to document urban life and street life of your time. When people look back on it years later or decades later, they can see that your photos document the time of which you were living in. And again, there's new perspectives that you see every time you go out to the city that you will see from a different perspective, from a new perspective, now that you've been doing street photography. Well, those are the things I love about street photography. Thank you guys for watching this video. Click like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.